So the first thing to do is decide where you'd like to place your patch. I'm popping it on this left corner here. Next, I'm going to measure the stitch. I do this by tracing around the edge of the circle or the patch shape itself, and I do this about 2.5 times. That's usually enough to stitch all the way around and back again for a double stitch. To start off the stitching, I start in the bag itself. I loop around with the needle, just one more time, leaving this tail end under the patch. That just sort of stays there hidden. So I go back through, and now I can start stitching on the patch. So keep that tail under the patch as you continue around. I'm having a bit of a fiddle here because the camera was in the way whilst filming this. There, much better position where you can see a bit more clearly. I am hugging the tripod, however, so it just takes me a little longer than usual to get through the bag canvas onto the patch. But let's speed this up a bit and stitch around, and then I'll show you what I do when I get to the end. So at this point, some people like to leave the stitch like this for aesthetic reasons. We like to go back around to ensure it's really secure, so we just go back the way we came. This will mean you do each alternate stitch. The benefit of this is essentially you get a nice line of stitching all the way around the patch, and it just adds that little bit of extra strength. Speed this up again as I go all the way back round, and then I'll show you how to finish the patch. So we loop back through, and then what I do is I bring the needle back up in between the leather and the canvas. A little bit of a wiggle, but you can just get it right in exactly where you want. This means that when the thread gets looped through, it'll be hidden. So then I post it back through the patch between one of the stitches I've already made and another stitch. Somewhere easy where you can pass the needle directly through. And again, this is between the canvas and the patch itself. I loop this through a couple more times just to ensure there's a bit of knotting and it's nice and secure. On the last pass through, I get the thread as tight as I can on the needle. So I push it through until I get a nice taut amount as I pull it on both sides. And you can see that the thread will sort of hide itself in between. I get it nice and short and then just trim it before pulling the needle through, enough so that the thread doesn't come out the other side. And then it's all done. The patch is now affixed to your bag. Super easy, really easy to stitch with those stitch holes.